Now we can start. Perfect. So, how are you? Today it's the 31st, and to be honest, yeah, this was the latest issue, the last issue of the year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody, okay? Really, from my heart to you. Great supporters, and also those that have been supporting me since the beginning of this adventure many years ago. What can I tell you about this 2021? Well, it has been another particular year, you know why. Because of the health issue and viruses. But at the same time, I can tell you that the fact of working at home, being at home, trying to protect ourselves, gave us a lot of extra time in doing the things that we usually do, probably with a better care. At least this has been the case for me. Because as you can see, this year, the 2021, has been a great year in terms of improving the quality of this channel and my Instagram channel. I don't know if you feel the same, but we have lots of extra subscribers and followers. This is very nice. To be honest, YouTube is slowly growing. You know, I wish it would be a little bit stronger, faster, but Instagram is going really well, and this was a unexpected good surprise for me, very positive. And this is also because of you, you know, because you follow and you share, you talk about it, and then everything goes much better. And then this stimulated me to do more in terms of quality, starting from my sketches, because I, even if I try to teach you something or to share to you something about my professional life and my passion, which is to draw cars, I also try my best, you know, to improve my sketches and my quality sketches, because it's the only way I can improve the channel, and it's the only way I can give you something that is of a higher quality. Therefore, I worked on myself also, took a little bit of extra time on some sketches, and also how to complete some videos that were recorded and not the live ones like today. But when we talk about the lives, I have to tell you that also the live improved a lot. First of all, this year I got a new Mac, okay, M1, that gives me the opportunity to give you a very high quality streaming. And this is great. You know, it changed completely my perspective in working on streaming here. Then there is also another thing that I did always to improve the quality of the image, is to change my web cameras. So today I have those web cameras like those ones that are much more, they're the best on the market in terms of webcams to make videos and streaming, live streaming in HD. It's not 4K, but it's HD. I've changed the setup on my telephone so that if I make videos using my telephone, it's in 4K. And this is better for the quality. I did buy some little extras, you know, to offer you also a context that would be more pleasant, much better. And then the most important thing is the content of this channel. As you remember, there were a few months, like 2 or 3 months, I did the new series that was a prime for me of your sketch, my feedback, during which you send your sketches, and every Tuesday I would sketch over your sketches to give you my feedback and trying to help you on your mistakes and give you suggestions how to improve your own sketches. I know that series lasted only a few months, but I am planning to remake it next year, so in a few hours, hoping that you are happy about that. Besides, please tell me in your comments if there is anything specific that you would like me to do, because at this point I think that this this sharing of wishes about this channel it comes also from your suggestions. For example, many times I do my design talks, the content and the subject has been chosen by someone of you because I get your messages. And then I think about it and I say, you know what, that guy is right. I should talk about that. So we are in a very mutual, positive relationship, and this is really makes the strength, you know, of this channel and all the activity I try to do. So if you have a particular request for 2022, start writing down. So I can take notes, you know, and that will help me to improve the material that I would like to offer to you for the next year. Of course, we will keep always the Tuesday and the Fridays at the same time at 5 p.m. Europe time, because that's our okay. So Anish is very happy about your sketch, my feedback. Okay, so I will do it. Yes, I will try to make it in a, how can I say, in a way that it will be probably more interactive. Probably I will be using my iPad instead of printing, you know, all the sketches that sucks a lot of ink. Happy New Year, Syed. Happy New Year to everybody. Ah, okay, so it's 10 o'clock over there. Cool. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you very much. And to your family too, Srila. Happy New Year to all of you and your families, your beloved ones, your boyfriends, girlfriends, you know, your best friends, your close people, and all the people you love. Okay? So it's time that, you know, if you have a specific request, you know, just write it down on your on the comments in the chat. Then I would like also to thank those people that gave me a tip. I said it last time, I'll say it again. It's the last day of the year, so this is the last video live of 2021. Yesterday there was someone else, but I could not find the name, that gave me another tip on the Tuesday live session, and it was very nice. It was like a cappuccino in Paris, so let's say that. Motorcycle Nitesh, I'm very sorry, but for motorcycle I am not the best one to do that, because I never drew a motorcycle in my life. So what kind of feedback can I give you? I'm not an expert, and I don't like to talk about things that I don't know. It would be fair toward the friends I have that are motorcycle designers, but I can give you a game if you want, of someone that you can find on Instagram, or also here on Facebook, and he's an excellent motorcycle designer. His name is Filippo. Oops, I made a mistake here. So just a second. Okay. So I'll write here, okay, Filippo Corticelli, okay? That's the name of the motorcycle designer that I know very well, because he is an ex-student of mine. He's a very expert designer, okay, in motorcycles. He does also cars, but mainly he knows really motorcycle design very well, and these drawings and illustrations are perfect. Ali, I like to know some of your experience about Art Center and your opinion about it nowadays. Okay. Joseph, I'm really excited to submit my work and have feedback of what I need to improve. Okay, Joseph, we will do this next year. I think I will start this in February, okay? That's the idea. In February, so I can announce that in February, your sketch, my feedback, will be back, okay? But I am trying to check again the format to make it better. Now, let's talk about Ali question, okay? Art Center, College of Design. Art Center, as you know, it's my preferred school, design school. It's very simple. I grew up there as a designer, as a student. I loved the place. I loved my teachers, even those with who I did not get along too well, because this happens. But the memories, the souvenir that I have of that period, and all the hard work that we did, all of us, it's been remarkable. You know, art center to me, it's the place to be if you want to become a car designer. And I know that it's very expensive. Probably it's the most expensive schools on earth about car design education. But it is really worth for me. At the same time, I know that I went to art center in late 80s. You know, I graduated in 1989. And from 1989 until today, there have been many years went by. So, of course, the school changed. Of course that the school little by little evolved, like everything on earth. Every human being, you know, every animal, every plant, everything is in constant evolution. And as you know, there are, between 1989 and today, there have been also several technologies that arrived in terms of drawing, helping people to draw digitally. And the digital technology, in a way, made a little revolution in the way of conceiving design education. Now, I am the one that is that belongs to the school of thoughts, of thinking, that digital is just a tool. Before you get that tool, you must know the basics tool, which is your hands, your pen, okay, or your pencil, okay, or your pencil, and that's the one you have to master on paper. Once that you learn how to do that really well, then you can move on digital, you know, and you are welcome to do that. So, Art Center also, of course, went into digital. It's normal. And also another thing that changed in Art Center, most of all teachers that I used to have that were really knockout teachers, they are not there anymore. You know, they are very old. Few of them died, passed away, and that's a very sad thing, but that's life. And some of them that at that time were in their 40s, today they are teaching there. And so there is still a little part of that period still teaching there, okay? But there are some new people teaching there. Some of them became managers of Art Center Design Education Department, like some of my ex-students that are brilliant managers and brilliant designers. So overall, I would say that the school is a very good school. It's an excellent school. But at the same time, it's not today the only one that is offering this type of excellent service in design education, okay? Because CCS in Detroit is a school where I have also many friends that are managing and teaching there, that it's improved in an incredible way during all those years. And today, to be honest, between CCS Art Center, there are not really many differences. So, Ali, I don't know if I answered to your question. If you think that you want to know something more in particular, please write down, because today it's 3 questions. So I will read and I will answer to you. Now I go and check other questions. Shadow, even though Sam has been doing the Sam just sent me his Happy New Year wishes, and I also send it to him. Sometime now, we'll love to see more with you on the questioning side, on your own show. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shardu. Thank you very much. Yeah, but Sam he's hot with his channel. Nitish, Philip Corticelli, I will remember him and try to be in contact with him. Thank you so much. You're welcome. S29, ciao, when you realize the designer in you, that moment. Yeah, that's a very nice question, because a lot of people, you know, a lot of people ask me that question. They say, how do you know? You know, how the hell do you know that you want to become a car designer? And to be honest, it's not that something happens that you know and then you wake up and you say, now I know, so I have to do that. It doesn't happen that way. But there are some signs, that you can capture, or that your parents, when you are a kid, can capture, but also you in your own life, that you can remember when you were a kid, how close you were in trying to sketch a car, or just how close you were in appreciating cars that were just rolling by or driving by. So that's also something very particular. If you never cared about cars, and then at 16 or 17 years old, you start like magic to say, oh, I love cars, I have a strong passion, that's a little bit strange. In general, all designers that I know, all the interviews that Sam does, when he asks, how did you know that you want to become a car designer? Everybody of us, each one of us will give you more or less the same beginning. I was a kid, I was in love with cars, and I don't know why. It just happened. And then I found myself in sketching cars. Even if on my paper when I was 5 years old or 10 years old, they were not cars. My sketches were potatoes, with wheels that were completely crooked, or potatoes. But in my imagination, in our imagination, they were beautiful cars. And the more we did, the better we felt. So that's the beginning of when you start realizing that car design, later on you discover it's called car design, but at that time, when you are young, you discover that the style, that the car as an object, it's something that you like. It's a little bit also like the passion for watches. I just wait, this is my watch of today. It's a Tissot, okay? Very nice Tissot of about 10 years ago. And this is another passion. When I see a watch shop on the road, in the street, I always have to stop and check. Even if I don't like what I see, but I have to check. I check detail. I check how the hands are made. I check how the bezel is made, the case, the finish, the materials, what type of bracelet and strap they put on that model or the others, Now I have now that I am older and I can buy some extra watches for me, that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to pursue that passion too. And that's why I opened that channel, Watches for Passion, in which I talk about watch design mainly, not in history, not really too much about the mechanics and stuff like that, because I'm not an expert. Car sketch ideas. Hey, happy New Year to you. Thank you. Syed, I know that you sent me a message, but I cannot read it now on Instagram. I'll read after that. Okay. Nadir, ciao. Ciao, Nadir. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Okay, so that's how I knew that I wanted to become a car designer. And then little by little, something happened. I start growing, of course, you become 16, 17. And when you have that age, what do? You go in the magazine shop, you start checking special, lectures, about cars. And therefore you find all those car magazines, okay? And then I start buying them in a regular base every Sunday. Every Sunday I would go and I would read. I would buy my Italian magazine, and I start seeing some of the first sketches illustrated by Mark Stronenberger, who is an Austrian designer illustrator that is also one of the teachers in Art Center. And he was, for me, was great. For me it was something incredible. I saw his sketches, his technique, and there it was such a big surprise for me to meet him at Art Center as a teacher. I said, Mark, you cannot believe you are the one that initiated me to sketch a little bit better, Because until that day I saw your sketches on that car magazine, I had no idea. I never seen one. And therefore I started buying the markers at that time. They were completely different the way they are today. And I start buying the right pencils, and then little by little, step by step, I start improving. Even if I repeat, even if they were not beautiful car sketches, but I start getting like a sick man on that stuff, All right, so that was good. That was nice, and that's a clear signal. And then the things go on with the family, and then you take decisions. Not me, because it's parents, of course. And then everything, my life changed. We took that decision, and my parents and me first never regretted that decision, and I will be always grateful to my parents that gave me that opportunity, because without them today I would be probably an architect or working in my father's business without any passion, just because it was something done by my father. So it was also a difficult time in my family when this decision was making, because of course my father was not very happy. And in the interview that Sam made to me, I tell this story. I tell this story. Okay, so let me see what Ali answered me, because I saw that thank you so much for your answer. Another thing I want to ask is the main advantage of Art Center than other schools, the creative ideation side or sketching side. I would say both of them, both of them. So Ali, don't worry. Those high qualified school, both of things, they are good. Because they had the right tools and teachers to stimulate you on the sketching and on the ideation, because they are good. Okay, so there is something in Russian, but I cannot read Russian. I'm sorry. Only English. Is it, or Italian eventually, or French? Alexander, ciao. Is it possible to win the competition, get a job, for designers who have not received a degree? No, I'm sorry. I answered to you that right away. I told you, but master this profession their own. Do you have any example? Thanks. No, I have no examples. Sorry. Okay, there is one thing, Alexander, very important. This is very important for everybody. When I started to work in 1989, okay, so many years ago, I was belonging to the young generation of car design students coming out from school that came to Europe and were hired by car design companies or automobile companies, okay? So I was the first generation. So when I got into the design Fiat Design Center in 1989, I had some colleagues that were acting and making sketches. I would say they were working, really well on car design, but they never went to a car design school, and they learned everything on the job. And this was the culture of that time. In the 50s was the same thing. After the war was the same thing, and before the wars there was the same thing. The culture was that you are young, go and work with somebody, you will learn the field, and then little by little you will move on with your own legs, But that thing is finished. And the beginning in Europe, because in America it's already finished since many years, but in Europe it really ending with my generation. And the reason is very simple. Because when you have to take somebody that is, 30 years old or 25 years old, that has no experience, or that is autodidact, okay, that it's a self-taught person, automatically his quality or her quality will never match a young designer that is coming out of school that has talent. Okay, it will never match. It's impossible. Because one person did not have the right school and the right tools to learn, and the other one did have those tools. And most of all, he has a degree, whether it's a bachelor or a master. But bachelor much better, because a bachelor is 3, 4, or 5 years. Okay, master is only 1 year in reality. There are masters of 3 years, but the first year is to refresh the sketching. Okay, it's not really a master. Master is only 1 year. So when you see that there is this difference between the two, today the only thing you want to do, according to the time to market that is very short. You know, in 1989, 1990, we used to make cars in 5, 6 years. Today we do in less than 3. So do you think we can wait people to learn? No, we need people that get on the job, and after 3 months, 2 months, they are operative, that they can really work in a team, that they can give their support, they can sketch, they can render, they can present, they can make a model, a scale model, and they are useful to the team if their stuff is not chosen, but they can stay in that team to sketch and design and model parts of an interior or parts of an exterior. So this is the main answer for which today I would say 99.9% it's almost impossible. Okay, and I'm sorry to talk about that, because I know that I'm gonna bless lots of people's heart, you know, but I will tell you always the truth, you know. I always tell you the truth. There is one thing I have to add. In United States of America, because the culture is different, they can hire people also 40 years old into a design studio. But I don't think that they would hire 40 years old people that do not have any design degree. Okay, let's put it that way. Okay, in Europe it's very difficult that I hire somebody to be a simple designer at the beginning at the age of 40 years. Impossible, because of HR, personal department, and as I explained many times, there are rules, you know, there are grills in which we are according to the age, the time, the years, and then there is a curve of career that is applied and has to match that grill. You know, that's a standard. All right? Okay. Good. So next, this year I decided to study industrial design. Joseph, that's very good decision. Future is necessary. Design. I want to be an automotive designer. But if you want to be an automotive designer, Joseph, go directly to Cardesign, transportation design. Why do you want to make a master? You have to do, if you want to be a car designer, you have to go to car design school. Stop this nonsense of doing something different and then say, yeah, but then I have a master that will do the job. No, it doesn't work that way. You can, as I said before, you cannot compare 4 years or 3 years of school against one. Come on. Okay, that's my advice. My useful advice. Good evening, sir. Am I late? No, Ayush, we are not late. We just started. Besides, today, we are not gonna stay here only for 1 hour. Okay? Because it's the 31st and I have nobody teaching nobody after this live, I am here for you. When we get tired, we'll turn off. That's very simple. Thank you, S29. Sayed, sir, you can start your own design competition, Luciano Bove design contest on this channel. It would be great. Yeah, but how? I don't understand all those competitions. What should I do? I should probably give a sort of a present, you know, for the first, the second, and the third qualified. I don't know. And I had to decide what type of present I have to prepare to make that competition. I don't know. Maybe I can make something. Come on, help me, guys. What do you think? Can I make a competition and maybe ask the design school, like for a master or for a bachelor, if they if they would apply a small discount or something like that, because I know design schools. Maybe I can talk to them, say I make a competition, I will choose the best ones, and then those best ones have a sort of priority, in being accepted to a design school. Maybe something useful, or I can give you my ebooks for free as a present. Why not? Ayush, sir, is it possible that I become chartered accountant first and then chase my dream of being? No, chartered accountant is exactly what my father used to do. So my parents are sending me first and then to Cardesign. No, it's useless. And Ayush, tell me when you will finish. I need the age. If you do chartered accountant, okay, let's suppose you do it. You get your diploma, your bachelor in chartered accountant. Okay. Ciao Abhishek. Tell me at which age you will finish that step. That's I have to know. Happy New Year to you, Abhishek, and to your family. Okay. You welcome, Alexandra. Sayed, follow what is good for you. You can write. That's cool. Ayush, I personally want to be a car designer, but my parents say me to take commerce for class 11. Become a commerce. Who cares? For car design, it's useless. No, sir. No present. Just appreciation. Ah, okay. Yeah, we will see. I might organize something. I have to think about it, okay? But I would like to do something where I can, for example, send your drawings to the design school and say, I would like to let you know that I made this design contest, and those were the first qualified number 1, number 2, number 3, and see whether they would like to contact the winners, okay, the first 3, eventually to make a commercial offer for inviting for to start the school. Maybe this could be something interesting. I will finish around 24, 25. Ayush, you are 16 years old. 24, 25 is the age during which we hire young car designers out of school with bachelor, not master, with bachelor. So if you finish at 25 and you do 3 years or 4 years of car design school, you will end up between 28 and 29. You will have to wait 3 months, 6 months before you have an opportunity to find a job or get an interview, right? So you will be almost 30 years old. It's too late to get into a car design studio. That's the problem you have to explain to your parents. And you can show them this video, you can show them this video. Because I understand they are worried. My father and my mother were worried. And my father was an accountant with a big business, Imagine they had 15 employees. He had 15 employees in a very nice, studio with lots of rooms, computers, lots of clients, a beautiful business. But I did not take that. I didn't do it. Head up. I'm glad that you also like this idea of the contest. I will think about it. Believe me. I swear, I promise, I will work on that. Now, don't wait for me to do it in January, but I have to think really the formula, the right formula to make sure that it can be useful, okay? I don't want to create a contest, okay, for which we're all happy because we go on Facebook. I don't care about that, okay? It has to be something that gives a little bit something extra. That's the point. Okay, something extra that is useful to you. Okay, so Ayush, I answered to you. Shardul, how about some sort of scholarships? You can find scholarship. That's a very good question. Already does scholarship for top 3 winners, but to be honest, it is full of discrepancies. I have no idea about the details, to be honest, Shardul. But I know that there are several design schools that regularly they offer scholarship. Okay, so scholarship it's good, but also discount is good. Believe me. So I have to talk to the design school I will choose. Okay, with who I have a better feeling, and then we will see. We'll see. There is another thing I would like to tell you and have your feedback about that. As you know, this year I had 2 live chat with guests. We had Pratap Bose, and Fabio Filippini. And that for me was an experiment, I wanted to see whether I could have been a good host, showman, a good host, for those type of live chats, talking about design, car design, but dedicated to car design education. Because I didn't want to make a photocopy of other type of interviews about designers, because there are so many people doing it, and besides there are a couple of them like Sam that are really doing an excellent job. So to make a copy, honestly, it's useless. So what is important, I think, what is important for me is that I wanted to bring to you some ideas, some feedbacks from 2 important people at a very high level about a design student level. Okay? Because in that way I think that the communication is much clearer, and it can help you to understand much more what you really have to do in order to become a car designer, which are the real steps. I mean, someone else different than me, that's the point. So I am planning to continue with the live chat, but I think that the live chat to be appreciated cannot be every month. Okay, not on my channel. So I am planning next year to double the live chats. Maybe have 4 of them. Okay, or 6 maxi. Okay. Anish wrote something. Hey Luciano, I want to know if it's possible for you to tell what like in the portfolio design looking for a job. And Anish, we already said that in the portfolio videos. I have so many videos about portfolio. As in, can you tell us specifically your portfolio or the specific way that thought was impressive? Let me see if I have something. One time I did have. Where is it? I don't have it anymore. I did have a small portfolio here of someone I could have showed to you, but I don't have it now. Anish, I check first the other questions. Ayush. Okay, sir, I understand that age thing, but will taking commerce for my high school be the merit for getting into design school and then become a car designer? No, Ayush, it's not a demerit. It's not a demerit. The only thing is that when if you take commerce, okay, at the age of 16, it's fine, but when do you finish commerce school? That's what I have to do. I have to know, because as I said, if you finish commerce school with your bachelor or your diploma at the age of 24 or 25, it's late for the same things I explained to you before. That were okay. Thank you, Etaf. Syed, In India, you can give here with the commerce, but science or arts is preferred like design requires science. Science better for design. In fact, my degree in America, it's human science. Joseph, thanks for the answer, sir. I live in Peru. All right, ¿cómo estás? And the only option that I have was industrial design. Maybe it's possible to make a portfolio being industrial design. Ok, allora Joseph, nel caso tuo, tiene que trabajar muy duro su diseño del producto, ok, dibujo, ok, I hope I remember. Quiero más de trabajo por dibujo de coche. Todo el día, siempre, ok. Es la única manera de aprender solito, ok. El tipo de dibujo y de ilustración y de técnica que necesitas por devenir diseñador de automóvil, ok. De esta manera tú puedes arribar un poquito a ser mejor en tu diseño, ok, tu dibujo. And when you're gonna be to the master, you'll be much better, okay? You get an advantage. So in your case, industrial design, it's okay, but at the same time, you have to work really hard on your car sketches, even if you will do this alone. Help yourself with YouTube, help yourself with whatever, help yourself with me, okay? If you want, I can teach you, okay? We can find a way with my online courses. If you are interested, I can teach you a couple of years, a couple of months, okay? If you want to try, and that's a way that you can get the basics, okay, of car drawings, which are important before you go to the master. Okay, Ayush said I will finish my school in 2 years, so 18 years old. They make around 4-5 to get a chartered account degree. Okay, you see, my dad's chartered accounting, that's why he preferred me to do that. I understand. You are in the same scenario I was, with the only difference that at the end my father had to surrender. And he said, at the beginning there was a war between me and my father. I remember. And then at the end it was my mother that convinced my father to give me the opportunity to do something for which I had a strong passion. Because my father did that for passion. So my mother said, if you could do for passion, and you could become one of the best accounting men in Italy with this beautiful business, why can't you offer the same thing to your son? That's the phrase, the sentence that got into the brain of my father. My father said at the end, well, actually you're right. Everything I did, I really earned with my sweat, hard work. And now he wants to do the same thing on different things. I have the possibility to let him try. Not say do 100%, but try. So why not try? And you can show this part to your parents too of the video, okay? And if you guys want to talk to me, all three, you can just contact me in chat with the Instagram, and we can have a video call. I already did this, okay? I already did this 3 times. Parents and the person that wanted to go to Cardesign school, and I explained why they should take a different type of approach, and in all 3 cases it worked really well. Gracias, Joseph. Gracias. Okay. My Spanish, it's because when I was in America, I had a lot of friends that were from South America, Mexico, Peru, also from Argentina, Chile, and then I had also few friends from Bolivia and others from Spain. So I am Italian, it's not so different, and it was really a quick catch, in speaking a little bit of Spanish, and all that remained in my brain. So I have difficulty remembering all the words, but I try to put them together in a comprehensible way. So you're already doing so much for us. Please don't stress yourself for us. We'd already appreciate. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Syed. Let's see if there is another question. On design national for free. Cool. Okay, so now let me go back on the comments. I'm trying to read the answer. Okay, you don't have that portfolio anymore. There are people sending me messages on WhatsApp for the Happy New Year. I will answer to them later. No, but Anish, we made a video which was live, you must remember, in which it's called How to Make a Portfolio with Samples. Check that video. How to make a portfolio with samples. Okay? That's a good video, because there you have good samples of quality, of expected quality. Then there is another video live I made here, I think was in March, and in that video, with the camera in front of my screen, I was showing from Pinterest the best sketches that were really good sketches, excellent for a portfolio. And that was done, that video, to give you a straight example of other people on Pinterest that have a great talent and that work really well. Then there is another thing you can do. You can go and check simcom.com on internet, okay? And in that website you will find only quality works, interior and exterior, from sketches to finished illustrations. So when you look at that, I mean, come on, you get the idea. And that's the thing, that's why I want you to become curious. I have probably 5 videos or 6 videos on this channel in which I speak only about portfolio, the portfolio to find a job. Then there is also videos in which I speak how to present yourself, And that's another thing that is very important, because it's the spoken part, the human part of yourself, together with the artistic part. No, Nadir, I'm sorry, not Portuguese. It sounds really difficult for me. I don't know why, but I really have a hard time. And I have lots of Portuguese friends here where I live in France, but we speak in French, because when they speak, I cannot catch. I don't have the ear to understand them. I don't know why. It's the sound. It's the way you speak, the way you change the vowels, the way you put everything together, that it's difficult for me. I need a lot of concentration to understand Portuguese. But I can read. When I read Portuguese, it's similar to Italian. So to read, it's okay. All right, so Anish, coming back to you. Now there's another thing I read also. There are a couple of videos in which I speak only about entry portfolio to get accepted in a car design school or in design school. So it's enough that you go and check on my channel that type of videos, and you will find them. I think I missed those because of my exam. Okay, I will check them out. Yeah, can you please tell me the name of the website again? Thanks. Yes, I will. Simcom.com, I think. Wait a moment. Simcom.com. I think it's this one. I got many messages. I received on WhatsApp. Just let me write this to my sister so I tell her that I'm busy. Ciao. Okay, that's it. All right, so that was about Anish's question. Abhishek, who decides the designing of mod in particular segment? Is there any market risk? Yeah, this is a very nice question. Ciao, Carlos. Analog sketches better. Carlos, I answer to Carlos first, and then Abhishek. I will articulate a very nice answer for you. Okay. Okay, Carlos. Analog sketches are the base of every portfolio. Those that show me only digital work, in general, I don't trust them too much. Because with digital technology, you can do fantastic stuff. A little help here, a little stretching there, and very nice automatic highlights, and you have a nice picture. But when you have to do all this by hand, the way I try to sketch, the way a lot of people sketch, then in that case, things change. And that's why some people in Cardesign studios in India, and also in Europe, are asking to Indian people, for example, but not only Indian people, a lot of other people, believe me, it's the new generation, to make a sort of a short exam before they go to the meeting step 2. Let's say that they look at your portfolio and they like it. But before they ask you to go to make an interview, a real interview with them, they will ask you to sketch on hypothetical project for a day, for a half day, and then to hand in everything done freehand, from sketches to marker or chalk, color, illustration. And this is a sort of exam they make to understand if you have ability to sketch well and to use your talent in a talented way, with your skills on paper. Okay? So, in a portfolio, you always want to have, sorry about my nose, you always want to have analog sketches and, of course, digital work. All right? So, to this channel after 2 months due to my exam. So, okay. Abhishek, your question. I will use a paper and I will change camera to answer to Abhishek question, because we have to do it, I have to do it correctly so that you understand and everybody can understand really well. Okay? So, here we are. Sorry we lost the Happy New Year, but that's okay, no big deal. Okay, so when we talk about cars, segments, we're talking about families of cars, okay? We have the segment A, we have the segment B, we have the segment C, we have the segment D, E, F. Okay, that's the segmentation one time. Now, in America it's called city car, 2 box, 3 box, whatever. So, but anyway, those are the segments, okay? Now, segment A are small cars. Okay, really small cars, okay? But cars, Like for example, the Twizy, it's not a segment A because it's not registered as a car. It's registered as a vehicle, almost like I would say, I don't know how to say this in English, but like a motorbike, okay, not a car. So here we are in the cars like the Fiat 500. Fiat 500, okay? Then we have a B segment. And the B segment are medium small car. Small cars. Give you an example. Ford Fiesta. Or Renault Clio. Okay? Then we have C segment cars. And those C segment cars, of course, they are medium sized car. For example, Megane. And then here we have the big cars. You know, the 3-core, you know, the 3 volumes cars, like the Jaguars, the big Fords, the Renault Talisman, you know, the Mercedes, you know, the big Audis, and of course those are more expensive, okay? Then, other than that, we have another category since few years, which is SUV. Okay, and then we can have another, and then we can have others. You know, like for example, you know, 4-cycle vehicles like the Twizy. Okay, and then we have others that are the EV cars. Okay, so then the EV cars, of course, today they are becoming something that goes into the main segmentation. Okay, so Abhishek, this just to explain to you the panorama. It's not complete, but this is just quickly to explain to you the panorama of cars that a car company usually has. A big car company. You know, when I talk a big car company, I talk like Renault Group, okay? Group. I talk about Group, okay? Or Stellantis, with Peugeot and all the other brands. I hear that we have also the Sport, like sports cars, you know, coupe, stuff like that. Stellantis, we have GM, Toyota, and all the others. Okay, I don't have any more space, but there are so many others. But anyway, the big ones. Okay. Now, how do we decide in an X company, okay, any one of them, how do we decide which car we have to make? Or if we have to invent a new platform? You know, every platform, technical platform, has a size to satisfy each segment, okay? Sometimes we have platforms that are in common, you know, and this is to make sure that we don't spend too much money. So with one platform we can do 2 type of segments, you know. Today it's already like that. Make the cars longer, a little bit wider, you know, and we are able to use the same one, you know. Okay, but the thing is, who takes that decision? Is it design? The VP design? No. The answer is no. No. So now we have to understand a little bit more about how a company works. Okay, in terms of organization. I use hypercars, to be honest, I really don't care. I'm sorry to tell you that, but hypercars, okay, fine. So what? That's me, but I'm 58 years old, so I'm old. But when I had your age, I loved a lot more those ultra sports cars. You know, we had today we have only hypercars projects. Like everybody with the families have to run in a hypercar to go to, you know, to buy grocery. Anyway, okay, I'm just joking. Okay, so this is the company. Okay, the name of this company is XYZ. Okay, that's the name. And in every company we have the big man. Okay, the big boss, the CEO. He's here. CEO. Okay, so let me take red. Now the CEO is important because, as you know, the CEO has the money. I mean, he takes the decision. The final decision, he takes the final decision. For everything happens. Therefore, also about this stuff. But he does not take the decision because somebody, you know, because he wakes up in the morning and he decides that that he wants to make a small car and therefore everybody's gonna be working on a small car. No. He takes that decision because he has partners, people that work for him. And there are 4 of them that are very, very important. Okay? The first one is this one, called product planning. Product planning, it's a team, a lot of people, huh? It's a very important team because they decide the way a segment has to be developed within a car company. They are the experts, okay? They are the experts of this, all this. So they know this is the time, okay? And those are the segments, okay? Product planning knows according to the time, the years, okay? According to the years, 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and on, okay? We could go over. Let's say about 10 years. They know when in 2022 we need a new car in the segment A. They know when we need a B that comes a year later. They know that we need a C right away. I mean, not right away, sorry. A restyling here, next year. They know when we need a new D coming in 2025. They know that we need a sports car, you know, between those two. So here. So they plan, that's why product planning, they plan how in a year, you see, in a year, how many cars have to go into production. Therefore, before we can program all this. Abhishek, I hope that until here it is clear. You tell me, okay? Now let's discover the other actors. Then we have marketing. Marketing. Marketing and product planning are connected. They are best friends. They speak almost the same language, you know. The difference is that marketing makes mainly research. Okay? Trends markets. Benchmarking. So they are the expert of the market. The market is here, out here, you know. Those are all the people, every age, people, societies, world, trends, you know, economy. And they study all this in the different continent, okay? America, Asia, Europe, Africa, you know, Russia. They study everything. Why? Because collecting all those informations, they give those informations to product planning, so that product planning can understand which year, in which countries or continents, they have to come out with something. Yes, Abhishek. So they make this work together. But that's not enough. Because in order to make a request believable to this person here, the CEO, that then has to decide to invest millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars or euros or whatever, we have to understand another thing. If they decide to make a project, 2 projects, 3 projects, we have to understand also the cost, the potential cost, to make sure that when those cars will come out, the company will make money. And we will make sure that outside the market, this one will be happy because the price, it's good. It's the right price of those cars. You know, each one of those. So here we have cost analysis. Those are very interesting people. Cost analysis. Now, once we have all this, there are 2 new actors that come into the picture. And after this job is done, all this, which is part number 1, okay, this is part number 1, then we go to the job number 2, part number 2. And it is engineering and design. Why? Because they make the briefing. They justify the briefing. The briefing, you know what it means, you know? The briefing. The briefing is what car we have to make, how you have to make, for who you have to make it, where you have to for which market it is, what cost, which cost has to have, and all that stuff, okay? The design studio presents an idea that never been done, example, a new ripe of segment. Okay, Ayush, I will answer to you this after I complete. I'm almost finished. I'm almost done. So once they get all the information, planning, product planning, the markets, and the cost, they give to all those information to engineering and design. Because engineering, what do we do? In engineering, they will make a rough project, okay? With all the information, the type of engine, okay? And they will make that project, they will make that project following the cost, the size comes from product planning, the cost comes from there, for the markets, they come from there. So they make this, and then they give it to design, so they give it to us. And they say, okay, let's start a new project. This is the request. And all those people work together with their teams, okay, and start the project. You understand? Now, they make a project, so we go from this to sketches, models, presentation. When all those are agree with what they produce, okay, with the results, then they go here and they say, all together, we are ready to talk to you about the next program, product plan, etc. And those are the projects. And here we have the product planning briefing, the marketing research studies results, the cost analysis for each project, the engineering, rough, that it has, I would say, 80% of macro feasibility, okay, which is important. And then here we have some ideas which are not definitive, okay, but ideas represented by design, to imagine, how it could be. And then here we start the talk, the serious talk. Those are several meetings, of course, not only one, several meetings, until there are modifications, suggestions, feedbacks, and then this guy will take the decision. And then we start. We start all together, but once the decision is taken, the most important people are those two at the beginning, with the help of product planning. Okay? Because they really manage how the cars will be. And product planning will just check that what those two are doing respects well the briefing. The briefing of the project that has been accepted, So, the main role S29 designs, in reality, is shared according to the timing, When they work all together, it's a sort of an advanced design research, you see? When they are told together before talking to CO, it's a sort of advanced design research, okay? To make sure that we get results that can be satisfying, that is compatible with everything we want to do with those projects, and compatible with the timing. The timing, which means in 5 years or 7 years. So we have to make research of people and markets trying to project ourselves in 5, 6, 7 years. When everybody agrees, and then we go to talk to the CEO and other board members that are very important people, and after they take the decision to put the money to do it, then the more important people, I would say, again, it's here, because this becomes production project. With all the activities that designers, engineers, product planners, also cost analysis, marketing, and all other people I didn't put here, but there are so many others. They all work together, so big team, okay? You know, suppliers. There are people that work for the interior, for the exterior, electrical system, electronics, suppliers, other people that make contracts, for example, you know. So, Abhishek, I really hope I gave you a clear answer. I don't know if it's clear all this, but maybe the way we talked starting in the beginning, maybe it was clear. Maybe it was clear. Okay. All right. So now you have it. Let me know. Abu Dhabi, the Grand Prix was great. And I think, I already said it, I think that Verstappen did the best race of his life. And I'm very happy. Ciao Aurelian. So it was clear. Good. The timeline of the facilities facelifts given to the boss by Japan and Korea to make it less than... Yes, it is a little bit less, but we are also compacting. So they're gonna be very similar. Very soon. No, I mean, in some cases they are already like that. You know. Hey guys, I take just a small break. I go and drink some water. So if you want to offer me a coffee for the Happy New Year, it's the moment. Thank you. I'll be back. Okay, here I am. Now I change camera. Let me see. Yes. Here I am. Okay. I always have fun when I do those type of graphics because I just, nothing is prepared. So I just go by memory. I try to think when I am at work, how it works, the meetings I make. And of course, one thing I want to tell you is that this exists in 3 or 4 levels, okay? So I belong to level number 3 in terms of management. But the same thing, this is the highest. Then there is another level underneath, then there is another one underneath, and then there is really the low level, which is all the people, the fantastic people that really do the whole job. Okay, Anish, all the sketch songs seem, yeah, that's the old one. Okay, good. So, how are you? Do you still have patience to be with me? So, would you like, if you want to ask me another question, I am here. When I was in China, I had to adapt a little bit my way of working because the Chinese go really fast. So really in 3 years you make a car. And if you do a facelift you do in 1.5 years, which for me was a big surprise, but I like that. That was a great challenge. And we made it, we did it, So, besides, I would say that for us, the way we are used, to work, I would say I put the volume a little bit higher. I would say that it's a great challenge for projects that are not too complicated. But when you are on car projects that are really complicated, like for example some electrical cars, or concept cars, it's really difficult to compress, and try to do everything faster, But then once again, it's generations, technologies, way of thinking that is different, Yes, Ayush, you're right. Thank you. Now, a new segment. When I worked on this one, I always take my beautiful little Tweezy. When I worked on this one, we worked on this car. We were not thinking at the beginning of a new segment. We were thinking of a city car, really ultra small, okay? But a car. So a car that had its own character, that was safe, electric. So we start getting, we were talking in a small committee like that, trying to think how we do it, why we do it. So we found the answers to everything. And we start drawing, Here there is an old sketch. This was done during the meeting, okay? François Lebrun is the designer of this beautiful Twizy, okay? But during the meetings, technical meetings, I was managing the project. I was sketching to talk technically with the engineers. I show that if they ask me something, look at the results, I cannot accept, and stuff like that, okay? So it's important to draw, as you can see, for a designer, for design manager. So what I was saying is that, so we started this project, and this project was basically an advanced design project that we were not sure it would become a production project. So we were more worried, to really make sure that we could find people out there that would buy it. So we were thinking students, 18 years old or 16 years old with a driver license for small vehicles, okay? Because this is, I repeat, it's not a car. It's a small vehicle, okay? Is starting electric high. Is a electric vehicle easy compared to ICE vehicle? Okay, Abhishek, I will answer to you after that, okay? Just a second, I complete with Ayush. The thing of the new segment that this car created, it came a little bit later on. When we decided, to go on the market, because the CEO at that time said, I like it, we have to go in production, this is going to be a good thing, then there the question, arrived, but what segment is this one? And to be honest, I'm not an expert, so I don't want to say that I know exactly what was said, but I think that we just decided, let's put it in production, we believe in this project, and the car created the segment, because then after us, ciao Bismarck, other people start coming in with cars that were similar. Today there are several. So they created what we call a niche segment, which is a segment small, where we don't have a lot of, we don't sell 50,000 cars per year. Maybe we sell 10,000 or 15,000, okay, if goes well. But the most important thing is that there was a hole there in that type of segment, and we have to, get into that place, take that place, and if it's possible, be the first one or the first ones. Okay, that's the objective. So Ayush, how do we create this is an example how that type of segment has been created. You know, in reality exists already. The only problem is that the cars that the small cars we had before in the same segment, they did not perform like a Twizy or the new cars that are out there today. So of this size, so we can talk almost about a new segment. I could not find where to buy it. Behind You, Curve by Fabio Filippini. In Latin America, USA, there is no place to buy. Amazon, Luis Carlos, try Amazon. I bought it on Amazon. But there is also, if you go on Fabio Filippini Facebook page or Instagram, you should find the link of the company that published that book. And on their website, you can make the order direct, okay? Wonder why doesn't the Twizy have windows? It's because of cost reason, production or something. Grazie Ludovico, Happy New Year a te e anche ai tuoi familiari, grazie. Thank you very much. Agnes, we did not put at the beginning the windows because we have a heating system that is not with the conditioning system, not to take all the power of the battery. For this reason, it's like a hair dryer in a way. So you cannot put the windows, because if you do during the winter, then everything would be frosted. You know, you could not see because of the vapor. Okay, the moisture. Sorry. They find the right terminology. So now there are some doors that have been done also for the weight and also for the cost, because the basic one had to cost not really much money. Ciao Ayush, bye bye and Happy New Year to you again. Thank you, bye bye, ciao. All right, but now there are some independent companies that make doors and windows that can be open for the Twizy. They do a very good job, and they discovered a way that they made the design in a way that the air problem and the moisture problem is not there anymore. Okay, so they do a good job. You can find online lots of those companies that they make a small series. You can make an order for the Twizy for the doors. Sir, can I get to know what is the highest salary paid for the I knew. Chetan, ciao, Happy New Year to you. Yeah, there is a video in which I talk about Cardesign salary, okay? There is a video in which I talk about everything. Now, if you ask me what is the highest salary paid for transportation designer, your question it's not complete. And with this question I cannot answer, because designers, are you talking about a young designer that start working? Are you talking about a designer that has already 5 years of experience? Are you talking about a designer that has 7, 10 years of experience before he becomes a design manager? Are you talking about a director? You know, so this is already the first thing you should specify. The second thing is that you have to tell me in which country, because salary varies according to countries. America pays in a way. Germany and Europe pays in another way. Japan, different. China, different conditions. You know? So, in India also it's different. Contracts, local, state, government contracts are different. Similar, but they are different. And the cost of life in each country, in each continent is different. So if I tell you that in France it's X, it does not mean that in Germany or that in Sweden or in Spain or in Italy it's the same X. You understand? Anyway, one thing I can tell you is that when you become a car designer, Harry Fisker. Harry Fisker. I met him once when he was in BMW. I was with Chris Bandel and Chris presented him to me. We were in Germany at the Frankfurt Auto Show. We were taking a coffee. Nice guy. Yeah, he had a lot of. He's doing an incredible job in trying to push for his company, car company. That's very nice. It's very ambitious, you know. So good. You know, everything is a cycle, you know. So that's okay. You know, that's fine. All right, so now let's see the question that okay. Thank you for your device. Okay, so concept car. Okay, the flying cars. Okay, I have a ciao Abhishek, chin chin, and happy new year again. Thank you for being with us. Now, the flying car. There are two people I know that work on two flying cars since many years. One is it's called Philip Klein. He's from Yugoslavia, from Bratislava. And you can find the video of his car on YouTube. He became very famous because it's this car that drives, and then the wings come out like that, and then he flies. You know, that guy. He's blonde, now white hair, blue eyes, fairly young, and he is also the director of the fine art design department of AFAD University in Bratislava. So it's a car guy, okay? But he's an incredible passion for flying and for all the planes and plane design and the history. Ciao John, happy new year to you. Hey guys, let's give a clap to John. Fantastic designer from America. Ciao John, how are you? I hope you're gonna have a tranquil, calm, nice new year with your family, with your beloved ones, and that you can spend really some good time with them in your house. Now the question is, do you think as a car designer one can see the world experience the car culture of every country? Carson, thank you very much. Happy New Year to you too. What do you think about embracing the grids and bands going for a completely different design language? I don't want to talk about BMW and Mercedes. Sorry. I made a sketch on a BMW with chalk, which was just a message to say that we cannot when we talk about those two kidneys. My opinion, we have to think about it a little bit more. Okay, but anyway, anybody does what they want. Everybody's free. I have respect anyway. Thank you, John. Thank you very much. Brandon Y. Okay, so Luis Carlos. Anish, I meant the ones that stay just 2 or 3 feet off the ground. But Anish, to be honest, I am too much of a car guy to be interested in flying cars. To be honest. So no, I don't know what to answer. Luis Carlos, what's your favorite cars, vehicles, brand, and why? Okay, that's a very nice question. I answered the same question to Sam and to Karen Sketch. Okay, I have a very strong passion and appreciation for the original, be careful, I said the original, Lamborghini Countach, okay? So if I had the money and the possibility, I would buy it, okay? Nice Lamborghini Countach, red or white in my garage, that would be great. But not possible. I don't have that money and that position to buy one. But the car is really fantastic, okay? Also the Miura is fantastic. Those are two masterpieces. Now, if we come to today's cars and brands, I have to tell you that since Bengal was in BMW, I really love the BMWs, you know. Now, I like the BMWs also few years after that Bengal left, but lately they are changing in a way that I'm not that sure anymore. And then what I tend now to appreciate more, it's Audi. The latest Audi concept, for example, the one that looks like 7-meter, you know, car. That one is a masterpiece for me. It's a really beautiful car. To appreciate that car, you have to watch the surface and the lines. When you look at in 3/4 inside view, from some views, you understand the poesy. You know, it's like a poem. It's like classical music. You know, and that thing, it's something that I really appreciate a lot. Okay. Now, of course, I appreciate very much the car company I work for. So Renault as a brand, so we are doing really beautiful stuff with the incredible quality. So we're working really a lot, kind of with lots of dedication. And somebody asked me what car I have. S29, I have a company car, and this car is the Arcana, the Renault Arcana. It's an SUV, okay, and it's quite nice. The color of my Arcana is orange, the flashy orange. Carson, on how about older designs like the DB4 GT Zagato and the Datsun Z car? Do you prefer to go for older, simple designs or modern design styles? No, I like both, Carson. But of course, you know, taste is very subjective. You know, for example, there's a car that I really don't like. It's the Alfa Romeo that was made by Bertone or by Zagato, I don't remember, which was a very squarish one done in the 80s, you know, really, that I really don't like. And a lot of people like it, you know. Let me find. I'm finding on internet Alfa Romeo Bertone anni 1988. I think it was 89, something like that. It was a concept. Yeah, it was an Alfa Romeo Coupe Bertone. You know, this car, it is a car. Yeah, I don't know if you understood the one I'm trying to tell you, but that's a car, for example, that I really don't like. You know, no, it's called Alfa Romeo Bertone. It was all squarish, like a big 3 lights on left, 3 lights on the right. This big scudo in the center that was very tiny. To me, was really not good at all. But anyway, a lot of people love it. Say that that's a masterpiece. You know. So it's very subjective. That's the only thing I can say. But for the past, if I can tell you a car that I really like, the Jaguar, the famous Jaguar, you know, the one that what's the name? The Jag. Wait, I'll tell you. So this one, which is the Jaguar D-Type, and also the D-Type, and also this one, which is another beautiful Jaguar, that is the what's the name of this one? The E-Type. You know, the D and the E-Type. Those are beautiful cars. So if I could say which car I like, the E-Type and the D-Type, for example, beautiful. But also Lancia, you know, there are some old, yes, Carson, exactly. So, you know, there are also the beautiful Lancia of the 50s, of the 60s, that are fantastic, done by Pininfarina. Those cars were really classic, beautiful cars, you know. Lancia Aurelia. The Lancia Aurelia is a piece of art, you know. Flaminia. Lancia Flaminia, fantastic, you know. Like a hypercar, really expensive. The hypercars thing, it's interesting. So you like it too, Carson? Yeah, very nice, very nice. I made even a nice sketch that I showed on my Instagram. You know, on Instagram you will find the sketch. I made a beautiful sketch of the E-Type, black and white, nice. I worked on that an evening because I told myself I really want to make I felt so driven by the photo I saw on Facebook. Then I took the paper, the ink, because I did it with a pen, but ink pen, different. It's not this one. It's done with another one, and I made it. Came out really nice. Nice little sketch. Okay, guys. Now that we are almost 2 hours together, what I will do, I will go and get another drink of water because my throat is dry. And if you want to offer a coffee, the super sticker, super chat is there, okay? I'll be back. Less than 1 minute. Just 1 second. Thank you. So here I am. The nice thing this year, you know, that I made to improve the quality of this channel is using my guitars, you know, as a bass music or background music of some of the videos, and also for the intro videos of the live that I make on Tuesday and Friday. I told myself I'm getting a little bit better with my guitar, so why not? And that's what I decided to do. Also because some of you asked me, why don't you use your music and you mix that with your channel, you know? So that was interesting. I told myself, I don't know, I'm not that good. And then little by little, you know, the months after months, I discovered that I feel a little bit more secure, you know, playing my guitar. The scales, I start getting the scales more in my mind to make also some creative stuff. So I told myself, maybe that was a good idea, not a bad idea. I should really try, you know, to mix my music with this activity about car design. By the way, if you are new here on this channel, you're just passing by, we are having a long live, okay, in streaming. Today is the 31st, so soon will be midnight here in Europe for the new year, and that's the Happy New Year live, in which you can just ask me 3 questions for about car design a career, or if you want also about other things. If I can answer, I will. And then if you are new, maybe you might put a like. you might subscribe, you might like my second channel, which is my channel about watches, okay, watch design. Now I'm going to search, I will put the link, and I really hope that you, all of you, no, that you will go and check it out. Maybe you can also, you know, maybe you can also try to check few of my videos about the watches, okay? And maybe you can also subscribe if you like, or put some likes. That would be a great pleasure for me, of course. Anish, I have to go. Okay, Anish, so Happy New Year to you, okay? To your family, to everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much for being with us. You guys, if you are tired, if you think you have to go, don't worry, yeah, we can stop it. And if you instead you have some time, we can keep ongoing with this. No problem. Now, lately what I'm doing, I have two watches in front of me. This one and this one. As you can see, it's waiting for a new bracelet. And the other one is waiting for a battery. So I already made oh, thanks Carson, thank you very much, thanks. Yeah, that channel is new, and if you like watches, you will see my collections, little by little, video by video, you will see my collection. Ciao Mozam, Happy New Year to you too. Happy New Year to you and your family, thanks. Today, long live streaming, talking about the beautiful things we did all together on this channel, okay? And the many new things that I would like to do for next year. So, for the next year, I know two things, okay? Very important. The first one is the Your Sketch, My Feedback series will be back. And I will try to make it better. So the format, I have to think about the format a little bit better. Then the second thing, that we'll probably organize a nice design contest, okay? Luciano's contest, I don't know, something like that. And then the third thing is that I will increase the number of guests for the live chat, okay? Because I think that, as I said before, the live chat dedicated to design education with designers, real car designers, it's very, very important for you. And for your curiosity and the things that you need to know, you know, in order to get accepted to the car design school, or once you have to go and search for a job, or if you're a young designer, you're studying since few months in your new first job, there is always something interesting to discover. All right. So, any other question? Because if you don't have any other question, then I can tell you goodbye. Okay? So you tell me. I will wait for a while, you know. If you have few other questions or curiosity. It was very nice to talk to you. We had a very nice talk, very nice chat. This time without a specific argument or topic. How do you choose the right colors for designs? It's only that the paint colors are very important in complementing the design. Yeah, colors are fundamentals. Our department, the color and trim, today, more than before, it really works hard on colors. And it's very important for the interior to make sure that we don't reproduce all the time a black interior, a very dark gray interior, or a beige interior, which is a little bit too oldish looking and feeling. And for the exteriors, we also try, sometimes, especially on concept cars, of course, to make new experience with new colors that can really enhance and improve as much as possible the quality, give more value to the design that has been done, so to the shapes of the car. So some colors works better than others. Same thing for the interior. But today I would say the mainstream idea, a little bit for all car design for studios and automobile companies, is also product planning and marketing request, is that we need some colors, we need some colors in our interiors. Now, when you put colors in your interiors, you gotta be very careful, because if you put too many, ciao Etaf, goodbye and happy new year to you and your family. Thank you for being with us. Okay, I hope you had fun. So we keep going. So the interior is very, very important, because the interior is something that is always under your eyes. When you sit, you have your display or displays, and you have lots of technology in which you already have colors. Then you have a dashboard, and everything else, the furniture. So you have to make sure that when you are driving, for example, for a long trip, and you look at your interior, you can understand really, really well, your brain understands really, really well what the brain is looking at, what you are looking at, okay? And to do so, you have to respect 2 or 3 degrees of type of reading, reading number 1, number 2, and number 3. Ciao Patil, ciao, bye bye. I saw in person is unfortunately the new M4 in dark green paint with brown interior. Okay, good. But when I talk about the number 1, number 2, and number 3, reality is that the number 1 is everything that you see just in driving position. And that's also for a question of security. If you put 5 colors, the brain will be looking at those colors, even if you have to look in the front. If everything is black, basically you don't see the interior. You just look in the front. If you do a bitone, 2 tones, even if one of the color is a little bit stronger, then in that case it's fine. So you have the first, second, and third reading, and then it's fine. And so the color and trim designers and their managers, they do lots of tests, on models under the sun, or at night, trying to retake the same conditions, in terms of lighting, something that you can do in studio, okay, in a presentation room, for example, or you take the model, you bring it outside when there is a sunny day, and then you will see the reality. And then in that case, you can take your decision. What is too strong, what is too weak, and how to combine them together. Okay, ciao Joseph. Happy New Year. Bye-bye, good luck to you, and see you in the next year, okay? If you didn't subscribe. Put your like, and I think that I answered to every question. Everybody has to go. I think I will go too, okay? So, what can I say? Thank you very much for this beautiful live chat without a particular topic. I really hope that the end of this year and the beginning of tomorrow of next year will be fantastic. Ciao Shivanshu. Ciao, happy new year to you. Will be great for you. I hope that you will have always the opportunity, and the will to work hard, okay? Bye bye Carson. Thank you very much. And I hope that that next year for all of us will be a better year, in which will be a lot easier. Thank you, Shivanshu. It will be a lot easier to move around, to visit each other's, and get to a life that is a lot more normal than the one we had in the latest 2 years and a half, okay? Thank you very much. Thank you, John. Thank you very much. John, I think that you're gonna prepare yourself, because next year I will do my best to have you in my live chat, okay? And we will talk together about the experience, the weight of your experience for all those young people that are waiting for the right advices. So I have to organize, but I think that next year I will have between 4 and 6 live chats. So I will do it. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ciao. Grazie. Happy New Year. Bye. Ciao. We'll be back here next week. Ciao.